In this section of training, we'll teach users how to set up custom rules. Although we have a very broad library of rules, there may be specific rules that you require for your business that are not in the library of rules. The flexibility of this system allows you to create those rules when you need. The first step in the process is to click on the Rules and Groups tab in the main menu, then click on Rules. Then click on Add, and this takes us to the worksheet for custom rules. The first step in the process of creating a custom rule is to name it. So we'll call this custom rule for video. We have to assign a color to the rule so that it can be visible on the screen when it has been violated. If we do not wish to see the violations on the screen, then you would select not visible. In this case, we do want to make it visible, and let's pick green as the color. And again, as in all of the situations where you choose color in this system, if you click on the color bar here, you have the ability to change it to any one of 256 colors in the system. The next step is to determine which group the rule is to apply to. In most cases, we would suggest you have the rules apply to all groups. There may be some instances where you want to apply it to a specific group. If so, then you use the drop-down menu here to select the group. In this case, we're going to let the rule apply to everybody. Next step in the process is to actually draw up the rule itself. And in this case, what we're going to try to do is to create a speed rule, but have it apply to specific zones. So the first thing that we want to do is to designate the type of zone that it applies to. So we'll go in and click on zone or zone type, and then we're going to leave it in zones, and we're going to look down the list of zones, and we're going to find a specific area or zone that we want to have the rule apply to. In this case, it's going to be someplace called Shell Park. And we want the rule to apply to activity that takes place inside the park. As you can see on the screen, there are a number of other opportunities that you can use here. Entering, exit, outside, or stopped. We'll select inside and click on it. Now that we've defined where we wish to have the rule apply, click on Add. That defines where the rule will take place. We wish to have a speed rule, so we're going to define the threshold. In this case, we want to have the rule apply when we are over the limit by 10 kilometers. Then click on Add. The last thing that we wish to do is to add a duration, and that means that the violations will only count once they've exceeded the duration. And let's make that 10 seconds. And then click on Add. We could go into another group here of additional logic statements. These are all other conditions that you can apply to the rule to make it more specific and more applicable in your particular circumstances. Once we're happy with the rule as defined on the screen, then we can move to the notifications that has been described elsewhere in the training, either alerts through email or driver feedback. Once this has been done, click on Save, and your rule will appear at the bottom of the default library rule. Here it is, custom rule for video, and value of speed is 10 kilometers over the limit inside the area Shell Park, and it has to take place for longer than 10 seconds. Thank you very much. If you require additional information, please do not hesitate to contact us at the telephone number shown here or the email address shown on your screen.